You think being too nice will make him love you more? No, it's actually the fastest way to make him lose all respect for you. And the worst part? Most women don't even realize they're doing it. You start ignoring your own needs just to keep him happy. You say yes, when your heart is screaming no. And slowly, without even noticing, you begin to disappear in the relationship. You stop setting boundaries, afraid he might pull away. You confuse being loved with being needed. And in the end, he doesn't see a strong woman, he sees someone he can take for granted. But what if I told you there's a better way to make him respect you and fall for you even more? Don't worry, you're in the right place. Before we dive in, let me tell you what happened to my friend. It's something that could easily happen to you, and trust me, it's a wake-up call you don't want to miss. A few months ago, I had a close friend come to me, practically in tears. Her relationship with her boyfriend had been going great for over a year. But suddenly, it felt like things were changing. They weren't fighting, but there was this emotional distance. She told me, "I don't know what's happening. We're not arguing, but he's just not the same anymore. He's distant, distracted, and sometimes he just looks at me like he's not in love anymore." I could tell she was confused and heartbroken, so I asked her if she noticed any small changes in the way she'd been acting. Turns out, there were a few things she had been doing, without even realizing, that might have been driving a wedge between them. So, I want you to think, are you unknowingly doing things that could be making him lose respect for you? Let's dive in and figure out what could be going wrong before it's too late. Number 1. Making him your everything. When you place him at the center of your universe, you unintentionally put your own needs and desires on the back burner. You start to lose touch with your own identity, passions, and goals. While you think you're building a deeper connection, you're actually setting yourself up for imbalance. You begin to forget that a healthy relationship is made up of two whole individuals, not just one. Slowly, you stop pursuing your own dreams and start living his. The relationship becomes all-consuming, and you lose sight of who you truly are. In the end, he might begin to feel burdened by the pressure, and you'll feel lost. If you're ready to put yourself first and build a stronger, balanced relationship, subscribe to Soulful String and join the journey. Number 2. Always being at his beck and call. When you make yourself too available, you start to lose your sense of mystery and independence. Constantly being there whenever he needs you might feel like being supportive, but it can quickly turn into a lack of boundaries. Instead of making him value your time, you become someone he takes for granted. You start to think that if you're always there, he'll appreciate you more, but it's actually the opposite. Your worth begins to feel less significant the more you prioritize him over yourself. Over time, the relationship shifts from equal partnership to one-sided dependence. He may stop putting in the effort to chase you, and the spark that once existed fades away. You start feeling invisible, and that's when the real distance begins to form. Don't go yet, because Sign 11 will completely change the way you see your relationship, and you don't want to miss it. Number 3. Overdoing the giving. Let him be the one to give. When you shower him with constant gifts, you might think it'll make him appreciate you more, but it often has the opposite effect. While giving is a beautiful way to show love, overdoing it can make him feel like he doesn't need to put in the effort. It can also create an imbalance, where you're always giving, and he's not reciprocating. Eventually, he may take it for granted, and the gesture loses its meaning. Instead, let him be the one to show his love and appreciation through thoughtful gestures and gifts. When he takes the initiative, it will feel more genuine, and you'll find that the relationship becomes more equal. Remember, it's not about how much you give, but the thought and effort behind it. Allow him to show you that he values you too. This shift in dynamic can bring a fresh spark to your relationship and strengthen the bond between you both. Number 4. Taking the blame for everything. Stop avoiding conflict. Constantly apologizing and taking the blame, even when it's not your fault, can make you feel like you're keeping the peace. However, this behavior can lead to resentment and a lack of respect. When you always take the blame, you're essentially allowing him to avoid accountability, which creates an unhealthy power dynamic. Over-apologizing might make you seem like you're weak or afraid of conflict, but in reality, it's just masking deeper issues. The more you avoid conflict, the more you sacrifice your voice and your needs. It's important to stand up for yourself and express how you feel without fearing confrontation. A healthy relationship thrives on honesty and communication, not on constant apologies. Number 5. Allowing disrespect. A relationship should always be rooted in mutual respect, and allowing any form of disrespect, whether emotional, verbal, or physical, can have long-lasting negative effects. It's crucial to stand up for yourself and demand the respect you deserve. Love should never come with fear or mistreatment. If disrespect is allowed to continue, it creates emotional distance, and over time, the bond weakens. When disrespect becomes a pattern, it's essential to set boundaries and communicate your feelings clearly. A loving relationship is built on kindness, trust, and understanding, and if these are absent, the relationship will suffer. Always remember, you deserve to be treated with dignity, and allowing any form of disrespect undermines that. Don't let disrespect go unnoticed. Take action, because you are worthy of love, respect, and safety. Number 6. Letting him decide the pace of everything. Whether it's how often you talk, see each other, or define the relationship, if he's calling all the shots, the balance is off. Relationships should be built together. You have a say in how things go, and your needs matter just as much. When you silently accept his timing and rhythm, you slowly start to shrink yourself to fit into his world. But a real connection honors both people's timing, emotions, and boundaries. Never be afraid to speak up for what you want. Your voice is your power. If you don't express your needs, he'll assume you're okay with everything, and that's how resentment begins. A healthy relationship flows when both hearts beat in sync, not just one leading while the other follow. Number 7. Comparing yourself to other women. Comparison kills confidence. Whether it's his ex, his female friends, or social media influencers, remember, you don't need to compete. You are more than enough just the way you are. Own it. The moment you start measuring your worth through someone else's reflection, you lose sight of your own beauty. Every woman has her own unique magic, yours is unmatched, and it deserves to be celebrated. Let him love you for who you truly are, not who you think you should be. When you fully embrace your individuality, you radiate a confidence no one can replicate. Insecurity fades when self-love becomes your foundation. Stop looking outward for comparison. Start looking inward for strength. The right man doesn't want a copy of someone else. He wants the real, raw, unfiltered you. So stop dimming your light to match someone else's shine. Stand in your own glow. Number 8. Always dropping everything for him. Being too available might feel like love, but it often sends the wrong message. It tells him your world revolves around his. When you cancel plans, skip your priorities, or say yes to everything just to please him, you slowly lose pieces of yourself. Real love doesn't require you to abandon your life, it adds to it. Let him miss you. Let him make an effort. You're not hard to love, you just need someone who values your time as much as you value theirs. When you always say yes, he stops appreciating your presence. Mystery fades when there's no space to breathe. Don't be afraid to be busy, to have your own life, your own glow. The right man will admire your independence, not feel threatened by it. Number 9. Believing his empty promises. Empty promises are a sign of someone who isn't fully committed to following through. If he repeatedly says he'll change, but never does, you're holding on to hope that isn't being met with action. Words mean nothing without action to back them up. Don't let promises keep you stuck. Demand the truth, not empty words. If his promises never materialize, it's time to face the reality. Actions speak louder than words. You deserve more than just hope and vague assurances. Your time and energy are valuable. When someone truly cares, their actions will reflect their words. Stop waiting for the change that's never coming. Don't let yourself be deceived by empty words that only serve to prolong the inevitable. You are worthy of someone who shows their commitment, not just promises it. Remember, actions are the true reflection of someone's intentions. If they truly want you, they will prove it, not just talk about it. Number 10. Allowing excuses for his bad behavior. If you're constantly accepting excuses for his bad behavior like, "I'm just stressed," or "I didn't mean it," you're letting him off the hook for actions that hurt you. Everyone has bad days, but that doesn't excuse mistreatment. Hold him accountable for how he treats you. Healthy relationships involve mutual respect and responsibility. When you keep accepting excuses, you're teaching him that it's okay to hurt you. Don't let him manipulate your emotions by making you feel responsible for his actions. You deserve a partner who acknowledges their mistakes and takes responsibility. A relationship where respect is given freely will never feel like a constant battle for validation. If you continually let bad behavior slide, you're robbing yourself of the chance to be in a partnership that truly values and cherishes you. Never settle for less than the respect you deserve. By holding him accountable, you create the foundation for a relationship based on honesty and care, where both of you are empowered to grow together. Don't let excuses keep you from receiving the love and respect you truly deserve. Number 11. Hiding things from each other, a vital sign. Trust is the foundation of any strong relationship, and secrecy can erode that trust. If you're keeping secrets, whether big or small, it creates distance between you. Transparency strengthens intimacy, so don't let fear or shame push you into hiding things from one another. Honest communication is key to staying connected. When you hide things, even with good intentions, it creates emotional distance and can lead to misunderstandings. It's better to face the uncomfortable truth together than let silence breed mistrust. Being open with each other builds a relationship rooted in honesty, where both partners feel safe to express themselves without fear of judgment. Secrets may feel safe in the moment, but in the long run, they only harm the connection you share. If you want a deeper bond, start by being vulnerable and letting your partner in. True intimacy is built on sharing not only your joys but also your struggles and fears. Number 14. Allowing excuses for his bad behavior. If you're constantly accepting excuses for his bad behavior like, "I'm just stressed," or "I didn't mean it," you're letting him off the hook for actions that hurt you. Everyone has bad days, but that doesn't excuse mistreatment. Hold him accountable for how he treats you. Healthy relationships involve mutual respect and responsibility. When you keep accepting excuses, you're allowing the behavior to continue unchecked, which only leads to more hurt and frustration. A healthy relationship requires both partners to acknowledge their mistakes and work towards improvement. Don't let excuses replace accountability. True love is about growth, mutual respect, and understanding, not about sweeping things under the rug to avoid conflict. Stand firm in your boundaries and insist on being treated with kindness and respect. Remember, you deserve a relationship where both partners are willing to take responsibility for their actions and create a safe, supportive environment for each other. Don't settle for anything less. At the end of the day, relationships should bring out the best in you, not leave you feeling exhausted or undervalued. If you notice any of these signs in your relationship, it's essential to take a step back and assess whether you're truly being treated the way you deserve. You are worthy of a partner who respects, values, and loves you for who you are. Never settle for anything less than a relationship that brings you peace, joy, and fulfillment. Remember, the right person will lift you up, not drag you down. Here is pro tip for you. Trust your instincts. If something doesn't feel right, it probably isn't. Don't be afraid to set boundaries and stand up for yourself. A strong relationship starts with you being true to yourself and knowing your worth. Don't wait for someone to change. You deserve to be loved and respected right now, as you are.